Up right now, doing 10 minutes, Ewan.
I'll start with this little story. It's an old Japanese story. There was these two sisters, right? And the younger one was Naomi, and the older one was Sashi. Now Naomi was very beautiful. Right? They're both pretty, but Naomi was very beautiful. So much so that everyone just kept talking about her, you know? And like, oh, Sashi, isn't your sister so beautiful, right? It would drive Sashi crazy, you know? Then one day, Sashi killed her little sister, right? And she threw her body to the ocean. Then one day, this fisherman finds her body and shit. And then, her arms and legs are gone and shit, and her mouth is just open. She's just sitting there like this. And this sound keeps coming from her mouth, right? Keeps going, meow, meow, meow. The fisherman's freaked the fuck out, right? He's like, what the fuck is this? He's like, I don't know. So he takes this scientist, and they don't know what the hell to do, think about this either, right? So they're like, let's try to identify this woman, right? So they put her picture in the paper, and eventually it gets to Sashi, right? And she starts freaking out, like, oh shit. But then nobody can put it together, And so after a while, she kind of goes to, because everyone's going there to see it, right? She's in this long line of people, and then she goes, slowly, line goes, and it's finally her turn, right? And she's standing in front of her body of her sister, She's sitting there all posted up. And then she goes to ask the questions, right? She's like, what's your name? She's like, Naomi. She's like, where are you from? Who killed you? You! Alright, my name's Ewan. Just killing some time there. Yeah, OJ, he died last year. That was pretty crazy, right? What's crazier was the way he crashed the internet. Yeah, the second he died, half of America got online and was like, who the fuck is OJ Simpson? Yeah, I was watching his Bigfoot documentary the other day. It's crazy. I was struck at how dedicated these Bigfoot hunters were, They're so devoted to something that might not even be real. Like comedians in their careers. Yeah, last week, April 4th, is a new holiday. It's now National Burrito Day. It's pretty cool, right? I like burritos. And then the very next day, April 5th, is now National Toilet Clogging Day. Yeah, did you hear about the boat that crashed into that bridge over in Baltimore?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty crazy, right? Yeah, it crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge. It's kind of ironic, right? It's like, oh, say, can you see? There's a giant fucking boat coming! Yeah, they said on the news that the boat came from Singapore. I was like, ah, crap. The Asian driver, Yeah, and also they said on the news that the boat weighed 200 million pounds. Yeah, that's pretty heavy, right? It actually weighed even more. It actually weighed 300 million pounds. But my ex-wife, she got off the boat before it crashed. So. Yeah, whatever. My name's Ewan. I grew up in LA. I mostly grew up in Pasadena, but I come to LA on the weekends and stuff to help out my parents and shit. Like, you ever go to a liquor store and see some little Asian kid in the back doing homework? Yeah, that's me. Sometimes I have to translate for my parents, That's kind of weird, right? Because they're the parents, I'm like, hey mom, this policeman says he's going to give you a ticket for driving too slow on the freeway. Yeah, he says you got to go faster than 35. I was in the United States Army, first cavalry division. It was pretty cool, It was weird being the only Asian person, though. Every day, people were just looking at me like, are we supposed to shoot this guy? That's pretty cool being in the Army. You get some good benefits, I'd say the best benefit is the ability to give old men hard-ons. And old men, they love hearing Army stories. I guess because it makes them feel younger, it gives them hope for the future or something. It doesn't even matter what race they are. If I meet some old man at a park, I start telling Army stories, they have to come all over me. Yeah, I noticed some cultures, a lot of cultures that are anti-gay are actually quite gay. Like Arab culture, for instance, right? They're, kind of notable for being hostile towards the LGBTQ. But Arab men openly hold hands in the street. How hypocritical is that, right? They're like, don't act gay! La 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 la. The Russians too, right? They're world famous for being violent towards the LGBTQ. I was watching the Olympics once, and this Russian gymnast, after he finished his jump thing, instead of high-fiving his teammate, he kissed him on the mouth. And it wasn't just a peck either. They were really going at it. They're like, We don't tolerate the homosexual in Russia. Come, Vladimir. It seems that men in other cultures enjoy a level of intimacy with each other that we just kind of lack out here. And I have seen it a little bit, because I was in the army, right? The army is very anti-gay. Because it's so gay. And you're constantly in these situations where you're like surrounded by other guys. You're either like mostly naked or just totally naked. Like the shower is a perfect example, right? There used to be this one guy, he'd be in the shower every time, like, rock hard boner. And the policy in the army during that time was don't ask, don't tell. Nobody had to ask this guy if he was gay or not. He's all knocking over shampoo bottles and shit. Yeah, that's shocking, You walk in the shower room, you're like, what the fuck? At ease, soldier. You're supposed to be hardcore in the army, but not that hard. Not that core. Yeah, I was talking to a Persian guy the other day. I was like, you're Persian? From Persia? And he was like, yeah, where are you from? The Han Dynasty, I guess? Yeah. I was watching the Oscars a couple weeks back. I was getting excited towards the end. I was like, hey, look, they're bringing back the Mummy. But then I saw that, oh no, that's just Al Pacino. Yeah, I'm Asian. Asian people, we love Jewish people, But they don't like us too much, Yeah, we're like, Sensei, please teach us. But they don't like us too much. And I think I know why. It's because of our eyes, It's because if you look, it's not that my eyes are slanted or small. It's that Asian people, we got like an extra layer of skin over our eyelids. It's basically a foreskin, And you know how Jews feel about foreskins. Yeah, I was watching this documentary about World War II documentary, and the English, they were like all complaining about how Americans were taking their women and stuff. They even had a saying, they were like, oh, the problem with the Yanks is that they're overpaid, oversexed, and overhealed. And they'd be all laughing and shit, like, ho ho ho. It's like, yeah, would you prefer the Nazis, you ungrateful bastards? Yeah, I'm Korean, during the Korean War, we were like, here, take our sisters, take our daughters, just take us with you. And I'm pretty sure the whole Asian woman fetish thing started during the Korean War. People are like, and you're gonna say, yo, hey, hello there. All right, I want to be at another open mic later where the host is a big Star Wars guy, so I created these jokes for him. Yeah, I was watching Star Trek. I was watching the original Star Trek series. I noticed the original Enterprise had these things on the front of its engines. They look like boobs. I think they should call that one the Enterprise D Cup. Yeah, I like watching Deep Space Nine. That's my favorite Star Trek series. I gotta get that right. He's getting mad if I get it. Yeah, I really like how they get into the Ferengi, how they delve into that. It's really interesting, But every now and then I'll be watching it and I'm like, is this anti-Semitic? Yeah, you don't think it's funny. You gotta watch it. My favorite Star Trek movie is First Contact. The Borg, and then they have the Queen Borg, she's sexy. There's a scene in the movie where Data has like a patch of skin on his arm, and she blows on it, and then you can see his little hairs get all like goosebumped and stuff. But you can tell that's all like artistic, representation, right? Because what the script really said was, Borg Queen gives Data a blowjob. Oh yeah, Picard. He's cool. Oh yeah, and Data. Do you think his dick, when he gets a hard on, it makes it sound like car window going up? Because he's an android. And Picard, Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Is Picard French for penis? Because he looks like a penis. He looks like my penis. Especially he goes like this, bends back a little bit. I'm like, oh, yep, that's it. Alright, maybe this last joke. I was watching the United Football League, and it's pretty cool, They're just starting out. But it's crazy, right? They play to like half-empty stadiums, and you can tell like nobody really wants to be there. Even the coaches and the refs, they're all just kind of using that as an audition for the NFL and shit. And I was like, holy shit, they're all like open micers. I gotta get a punchline for that. Alright, everyone, thank you.
Yeah. That's Ewan. I didn't know Star Trek had titty